Cool.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first round of the Grassroots Racing GT League season.
Cool.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first round. We're going to get rid of that echo. Full field here tonight. Close to the car limit. As we'll take a look at our qualifying results. Kyle Blevins on pole in the GTP category. As we have a full GTP field tonight. 20 GTPs. That's a lot of GTPs.
Yeah, it is.
As Carl Barron's on pole in the GT3 category. And Kevin Fanning, as they take the green flag. It's Kyle Blevins off in the front with Giancarlo and Matt G battling behind.
Clean. Everything's been clean so far.
Clean so far. Take a look back into this GTP field. That is a lot of GTPs.
Yeah, it is. Good Lord.
Man, let's see if they can manage to keep it clean through the bus stop. It looks like so far so good.
That first lap of traffic is definitely going to be interesting.
Clean through the
big
bus stop.
wreck in the GT3 field.
In the GT3 field, we have a massive wreck. As that is just sheer carnage going on back there.
Just a parking lot.
Oh my goodness gracious. Let's see if we can see what happened here.
Oh my God.
Let's take a look back at this. As that is Joseph Huerta who loses it and just causes a bowling alley
Man.
Sheer carnage in the GT3 field.
My goodness.
Have they gotten going yet? Looks like most of them have, but that is not the start to the race the GT3 field was hoping for. As we already have people entering the pit lane from that. My goodness, as this GTP field continues to chug along, no drama
all
so
clean
far.
There.
As Jordan Carroll had to tow to the pits, Todd Bosworth had to tow to the pits, Zach Michel was involved in that. As Kyle Blevins is still at the front of this GTP field. Let's take a look at this crash from Zach's perspective, as he was involved in that. You can see up the S as he goes, and just loses the car coming out of the S's. Oh, and he's just battered around. Oh my goodness. But meanwhile, back in this GT3 field, this is Tyler Manowes chasing Will Weaver for that third GT3 Pro position. Well, this will tend to happen when you put 58 cars on a short road course like Watkins Glen is.
I thought officials were crazy.
Well, you don't often have this many cars in an official race.
No. No. Be even crazier if we had the LMP2s in here too.
As we have so many cars on grid, my timing tower does not fit on the screen. I did not ever account for that being a problem, so. But our graphics department is working tirelessly to solve that problem.
Looks like the GTPs are catching some of the backmarker GT3s.
As we'll take you to the leader of the GTP field, Kyle Blevins, who's built a 2.5-second gap over Giancarlo. As you can see, that is Joseph Huerta, who started that chain reaction, limping along in front of him.
Oh, we've got a wreck in the GT3 field. Looks like 5th place going around.
As we will go take a look, see if we can see what's going on there. It looks like Tyler Mahone. And the 43 car
loose.
of... Wow. And it just... Oh, you can't park there, buddy.
Oh, somebody got the wall there, too.
We'll have to follow back up on that as these GTPs continue up the S's. That is Giancarlo. As I shorten up my timing tower so we can actually see as Giancarlo makes his way around some lapped GT3 traffic. Meanwhile, this is Richard Myers in a gaggle of GTPs. We'll put up this battle box here. You can see that this is deep in the GTP field. There is cars everywhere as Jordan Carroll appears to have crashed again.
No.
He is not on track. Let's see what happened to him from inside that Corvette going into turn 1. Oh, the car just got loose and into the wall. It looks like he had to tow. As not the start to the season he wanted. So we go back with Kyle Blevins. Up the S as he goes. Let's actually take you live with him. As Blake Doyle now has a crash. There is so many crashes going on, it's hard to get footage of them. Let's see what happened to Blake now. As you can see, deep in that GT3 field he is. He just loses that Ferrari in the bus stop. So far, no contact. Looks like he was able to lock it down, get that thing swung around, and on he goes. So he is not showing on my track though, as iRacing is having a tough time keeping up with all this. Let's see if we can get to Blake. There we go. So back in P12 in the GT3 Pro field he is. And
for the GTP catches.
My producers are in my ear informing me that the timing tower may have a slight inaccuracy, and that is that the GT3 leader, Carl Behrens, is actually a GT3 Pro. So we are going to get that corrected on the timing tower as we iron out the kinks of a new season where upwards of 20 new drivers arrive and multiple switch classes.
GTPs are starting to catch the backfield. Oh man.
Tell us about what you just saw, Hayden, as our producers continue to work through these problems.
There was a Mustang that looked like, I don't know if he got loose and got in the grass, but just went all the way across the track across 3 or 4 GTP cars. Man, that was close. Oh, Giancarlo is taking the lead from Kyle Blevins.
As our graphics team continues to work through these problems, Giancarlo up front working through some lap GT3 traffic, but he has in fact snatched that top spot from Kyle Blevins. As there are close fights all over this field. Here's Brandon chasing down Peter, and Coulson tagging along behind. We'll watch this fight for a little bit.
Oh, we got a GTP around in the bus stop.
And that would be the GT3 of Kyle Blevins, who lost
Oh,
it.
he caught the curb.
He caught the curb on the inside, maybe going for an ambitious move. He has had to tow, so now he is in pit lane, and Giancarlo now has a 3-second and gaining lead on Matt G behind. As our producers continue to try to work through these problems. What a interesting race this has been from all aspects.
That's the Glen for you.
That is Watkins Glen. When you put close to 60 cars on track, things like this will happen.
Looks like we got a GT3 to pit road. Not sure who that was. See if... Sean Stecker, not happy in the voice chat. Oh my. Oh my God. I cannot repeat that.
Well, as I'm getting word that Corey Godwin has crashed. Let's take a look at that. You can see him there in that Cadillac going into the bus stop.
Another person that caught a little too much of that inside
the
curb.
Exactly. Looks like he was able to get that car going though. As Tyler Mahone jumps to the pits. As we'll take you to this battle for P6 in the GTP field. That is Brandon chasing Blake as Alex Davenport crashes behind. Let's take a look at this one. Eventually we're going to have to see some racing. As I am not seeing what happened to him.
That's a great camera angle there.
That was a great job by our producers. As Giancarlo, meanwhile, continues to stretch his
Oh, big
advantage over the field.
crash! Huge crash!
As looks like we have some drama in the GTP field. That will be David Hall.
Oh, man. That was big.
This one deserves another look. It's going
Looked
down.
violent.
Well, he already had his nose lost there. I'm not sure exactly what happened. As he'll limp that car around, presumably to the pit lane. While
Our drivers
deeper in
do
the
get a faster
GT3
player.
field. This is Logan Mullins and Tyler Johnson in that Porsche Tyler Johnson is, as they have GTPs coming through. As our producers inform me, they were able to accurately display where Carl Behrens is, and that would be in the lead of the GT3 Pro category. So, finally able to get that corrected. Although his number still shows pink. So, we're going to have to fire somebody tonight, but... as that is Blake Patterson shooting up the inside of a Mustang that looks to not be very pleased with that move.
I can attest, the voice chat has been very active tonight.
There is a reason why we do not play that. There's been so much going on that we have barely been able to keep up with the actual racing, but there are multiple close battles in this field. Most notably would be for the battle for the lead in the GT3 category, and that's where we're going to take you as Kevin Fanning chases Carl Behrens. So that gap is 2.3 seconds, and behind Will Weaver is less than a second in that McLaren, that white McLaren chasing the blue and white McLaren ahead. As this track continues to stretch out, we have cars pretty much from the bus stop to all the way back to turn 9. So about 2/3 of this track covered in cars as we go through the bus stop with Will Weaver. That's Peter Dunn in front of him in that BMW GTP, the 3rd place GTP. As we'll take you up to this battle between Brandon and Blake for 6th position in that GTP class. Brandon in that Cadillac. And I apologize, this is Thor Odin behind him in that orange-ish Rexy-inspired Porsche GTP. As they come down towards turn 8. And there are cars simply everywhere, I mean.
It's just all over the place tonight.
As Scott Lindgren enters pit lane, he was somewhere back in that GT3 field. This is Corey Godwin and chasing Michael Deitch in the GTP field. Logan Mullins in between them right now.
Michael just said, imagine this field at Long Beach. That
I think we might,
oh my lord.
I think the race organizers might have lowered the car limit, because there are, let's see if we can get our track map up on the screen, but there are cars simply everywhere on this track. As our track map doesn't in fact work, we forgot to pay that bill. as there are passes for position going on all throughout this field. It's hard to catch one because they happen so quickly. As Andrew Lau has reportedly crashed. Let's take a look. Oh, I am not entirely sure what happened to him. Let's see if we can back it up a little bit. Oh, just bullied by
He got a
the
little bit of help.
GTP there of... I'm not sure who that was in that blue GTP, but I'm sure they will be receiving a friendly letter in the mail from Andrew.
Definitely got some friendly words. Looks like most of the GTPs have finally gotten through the GT3 field.
So take it with Corey Godwin chasing Michael Deach. Corey Godwin in that Wendy's Cadillac chasing Michael Deach in that blue Cadillac. I believe Michael Deach may have been the one involved.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say.
After
I think we
looking,
found out.
as Renee
Oh, we have
Sandoval,
a crash out of turn 1.
I believe, has
GTP.
crashed. That is a slow-moving Porsche. Not sure why he didn't hug the inside there on the S's to allow that BMW of David Peterson around. Maybe he doesn't have full control of that car. Let's see what happened to Renee here.
Oh, wow.
That is a career ender right there.
Got Austin Hild.
Looks like that Mustang just clipped him.
Did not hold his line very well there.
As Renee, severe damage to that car. Will Weaver chasing Kevin Fanning. Will Weaver in that white McLaren, Kevin Fanning in that blue McLaren. They have been close most of this race. As Giancarlo, our GTP class leader, enters pit lane for what is most likely a scheduled pit stop. So we finally have a chance here to catch our breath, Hayden.
Get some water.
Some water, that's for sure. So as someone who has driven in the GT3 field in this series, when a group of significantly faster prototypes come on, what's going through your head is you feel like a sitting duck.
My God, don't kill them. That's my thought every single time. Just mainly trying to maintain your lane. As long as you hold your lane, they'll go around you. Their job is to get around you. You get to run your race too. But we can also see what happens when you don't hold your lane. Oh, we had a car that missed the bus stop there. It was an Aston. I didn't see who that was.
As this battle between Michael Deach and Corey Godwin continues. Corey Godwin looks about as close as I have seen him. as Peter Dunn crashes. That would be the second position Peter Dunn, but it looks fine to me. Let's see what iRacing reports as a crash here. I am not entirely sure what. Oh, just a
Nice
lockup
save.
and a good save by Peter Dunn, actually, as he inherits the race lead due to the pit cycle. Well, I gotta wonder if he'll consider taking tires. I know it is a normal strategy in these races, but you lock up like that might be worth it. As Corey Godwin continues to chase Michael Deach in a gaggle of cars, a Zachary Brooker crash is being reported. And I believe that may be a real crash. Let's see what happened to him. Coming into this final turn. Easy to lose your rear end. Let's see if that's what happens. No, he just locks his brakes up entering pit lane and the car turns. Luckily, he was right there, so nothing catastrophic. As he continues in pit lane, Peter Dunn, who is currently the race leader, but still yet to pit, as have neither most of this top 6 pit yet. Take you on board and take you with Nico Johnson, who's joined this battle with Corey Godwin and Michael Deach, all for this currently looks like 9th position Michael Deach is in. Let's take you on board, Nico Johnson. As Corey Godwin spins. And that will not help his race as he spins going into turn 9. Very easy to lose the car there in that left hand, uphill left-hander, as Corey Godwin's going to go straight into pit lane, as nobody is happier about that than Michael Deach, but he has got a Nico Johnson black Porsche all over him.
See if he makes the move into the
towards
bus
the bus stop they go. Alongside him. Is he close enough? He is not. He'll duck behind Michael Deach smartly. As he's gonna see if he can get luckier through some of this traffic. Down into the boot they go. And uphill towards turn 8. As Corey Godwin, who we saw spin, is now in last place in this GTP field. As some side-by-side GT3s.
Yelling at the GT3 drivers to get out of the way.
The GT3s, they are entitled to be on the racing line. It is the responsibility of the faster class to get around, so understand that he may be heated right now due to the intensity of this battle, but gotta remember, these GT3s are also having a race.
He just apologized and said he's sorry that he has Nico on him.
I am sure as Nico able to use that Porsche as a pick, as Michael Deach I encourage the audience to use your imagination as to what he sounds like in that car right now. We'll go back into the GT3 field. This is the battle for P4 as Logan goes on the inside of Ryan. Looks like he got that position.
Oh man.
Or is that Manuel? Ryan is ahead of them in that BMW, so it's Manuel that Logan's able to get around.
Oh.
Justin Marino take you with him, chasing Jeff Pete, position 11, as that Porsche is having some troubles there. That is
A little bit of
a
grass
little bit
cutting there.
of yeah, a little bit of lawn mowing going on from the Porsche of, is that Joshua Pridgerton? Indeed it is. He is in position 13. He has got Sean chasing him.
Oh,
As Zach Massell is showing a crash and he drops through the field. His car is no longer on track. Terry Murphy looks like he might have also been involved in that. Let's see what happened to Terry here. Terry in that Aston Martin going up and loops it around. Let's take you to see what happened to Zach in this McLaren, the green and black McLaren. Same exact thing as Zach appears to no longer be with us. We'll take you with Jack Behrens in position 6, being chased by Matt G.
We are below the 15-minute mark left in this race.
It's crazy how these races just fly by when you're not the one.
It goes a lot slower when you're in the car, I promise.
It does, in fact. I bet these guys feel like they've been in these cars for hours at this point. Will Weaver chasing Kevin Fanning for P2 in the GT3 Pro field. These guys have been together the entire race, as Will is going to see if he can get more speed going down this straight towards the bus stop. Let's see if he tries to make a move there. He's on the inside. And the move he does is contact, but both of them able to keep it going. You got to imagine it's going to be a slowdown for Kevin, but caused by Will, who bullied him out there. Side by side they go into turn 5 down towards the chute, as there is a GTP behind him now, and that would be Kevin losing ground. I almost wonder if he has damage to that car. Not
another one in the grass.
I can imagine the words going to be exchanged after this race between those two and so many others. I mean, good grief. Been a lot of contact in this race, but that'll happen when there's a car on every corner at all times. Michael Deitch being chased by Coulson. Coulson in that pink Ferrari, Michael in the blue Cadillac. As you can see, racing in front of him as
a little wide.
Deitch goes deep a little bit, going up into turn 9. As Coulson appears to be able to get that job done, but Deitch not going to surrender it. But Coulson had too far of an advantage for Deitch to do anything. As that is a slow moving GTP in front of them.
Interesting to see if people in the GTPs took tires.
I don't believe that would be the optimal strategy, but maybe some involved in some spins or other incidents might have, as Racing has a yellow dot next to his name. Not entirely sure what that means.
Oh, we got a crash. Up through the S's.
As that looks, it looks like David Hall is being reported as a part of that crash. Let's see if we can get on board. He has already jumped back to the pits. Let's take a replay here, going up the S's, and an ambitious look on that GT3. That was really never on. Luckily, he did not involve the GT3, and
I
it was
can attest,
contained.
they are not happy with each other.
As this is
chat.
Charles and Julian side by side going into the chute. Downhill they go. This is for P12 in the GT3 field. As Michael Deach now in pit lane. He did not pit yet, so this looks like a scheduled pit stop. Let's see if that overcut he looks like he was going for works. We'll stay with these two. They continue to fight. David Hall also still in pit lane due to that incident. He has a orange and black flag, meaning he has damage that iRacing deems necessary to be repaired. We'll take you into the GTP field. Josh chasing Dave. And on the attack and on the defense from Rene, who able to get that car repaired after his earlier incident. Towards turn 8, side by side. Rene known to make some ambitious moves. This one not too ambitious as he was already there, but David's going to have the inside. So easy to lose the car coming into turn 9 there, but both of them able to keep it. David's going to maintain. Now he will give that position to Rene. Got some GT3 traffic ahead of them. There are cars everywhere on this track. I've said it a bunch, but it's true. This is about as many cars as you will ever see in a multi-class race like this. As Rene now goes on the inside of David Peterson.
Oh, man.
Very tight, but Rene makes it work.
We were just talking about being ambitious.
That was quite ambitious. But luckily, no contact. I wonder if David just decided he would rather live to fight another day. Giancarlo off somewhere on this racetrack. There is a number 13 Ferrari of Giancarlo, but not within distance of any of the other GTPs. As you can see, he heads up the S's and towards the bus stop as the P2 Matt just now heading up the S's. So quite the gap he has. Do you wonder whether he's going to back it off a little bit and just try to get to this finish? As these three GTPs continue to fight, Sean Duhamel, correct me in the server later if I said that wrong,
Oh,
has crashed.
locked up there.
See what happened to Sean D here. As you can see in that Porsche, just loses it again. That looks like the final turn of this track, so wonder if that'll end his race. He entered the pit lane and remains there. There has been so much going on. Go ahead, Hayden.
There was a Mustang that I saw that just went straight to the bus stop. Not sure what happened there.
I have been hearing rumors about a new esports line here. Maybe that's what he was testing out.
What track did Ross Chastain do that at in NASCAR?
I forgot.
As we are on Smith with Brandon Ferguson in P7 in the GT3 field, GT3 class. So much has happened in this race that it kind of feels like a fever dream, but Giancarlo with a massive gap on the GTP field.
It's
Carl Behrens with a slightly smaller but still decent ascent gap, and the GT3 field is led by Johnson, and he has a 19-second gap, so
Oh, I think Michael Deach just spun. Oh, I'm getting wreck in turn 11. I'm hearing word.
that is Cash Culp, maybe? Let's go check it out. He's the one who reported on my screen as having a crash, as this is just loses the car. Manuel Rodriguez also dealing with an incident, but he's got to be careful that
Ooh.
he manages those rejoins.
Doing a 3-point turn in the race on the racetrack.
But off he goes. This is Will Weaver chasing William Westbrook. William, last year's GT3 Pro champion. Take you on board with Will Weaver.
Oh, I think Racing has lost it. Oh yeah. Another victim to the bus stop, it looks like. Yep. Oh man. Definitely gonna need to go to the infield care center there. Looks like we have another Mustang going straight through the bus stop. Oh no, not Richard. Another victim to the bus stop. Oh, he's gonna rejoin. Man, that was close. We've got 2 minutes left in the session. Maybe get the white flag next time around. Ryan McLean trying to make the pass on Logan Mullins here with the GTP of Kyle Chung. Or no, excuse me. Is that Peter Dunn?
That is Peter Dunn. I realized my microphone wasn't working.
Okay,
Um,
yeah.
Peter going to be frustrated to get stuck behind them, but they are entitled to fight.
They're fighting for a podium. Give them a break.
Well, Peter also in a podium position, as they
That's
have
fair.
Thor behind them, which is the reason Peter was eager to get in front of them.
Makes sense.
shows his flashers to him, but he'll tuck inside and be able to clear them before they get to turn 10. As lapping traffic hurt Ryan's case for a podium. Wow. Giancarlo through the bus stop. And he on track to win yet another race.
And the white flag has just come out.
The white flag for Giancarlo.
I think so. Barney was just waving it just then.
Well, we will
I'm not
see
sure
if
if he
this
got
is
it
the
before.
final lap of the race, but as you saw moments ago, that was Giancarlo taking the checkered flag. We'll take you on board with Carl Behrens making his way as he'll head towards that checkered flag. As we take you on board with one of the Johnsons, but this is not the one leading. That would be this Johnson who wins the GT3 field. Carl continues to make his way towards that checkered flag. Out of that final turn he comes.
Barney's waving the checkered flag.
And there we go. There you have it. So that appears to be all settled then, as Giancarlo wins GTP, Carl Behrens in GT3 Pro, and Jeff Johnson in the GT3 field, and what was a chaotic race. As these points will not be accurate, but the results will. Richard Meyer is able to sneak into the points in 10th place, even with that spin into the bus stop he had. Blake Doyle able to snag a point in the GT3 Pro, his GT3 Pro debut. As we sign off, Hayden, anything you'd like to say before we let our Viewers go.
Thank y'all for watching, and I hope to see y'all next week.